So this is my sneaker collection, or a sneaker closet, depends on what you want to call it.
Yo, I'm Abdullah, I'm 27 years old and I'm a Malaysian sneaker collector.
There's about 300 pairs of sneakers in this room, some more outside in my bedroom and all that, but majority of my collection is here right now in this space. Yeah, so this right here, this is the Nike Kashina Dunk, only available in the Kashina store in Korea, which makes it really hard to get because during this time where we can't travel, but I'm somehow managed to get it. These are the Nike Air Yeezy 2 in the pure platinum colorway. I got them for my graduation. Actually, the first shoe that I actually spent above around 5,000 on. I love these, I'll never get rid of them. These are the Nike Kill Shot roller blades, or roller skates, sorry. These are from 1982, 1983, I'm not sure, but the best part about it is that the skates themselves are Nike branded. The skates themselves are Nike branded. It's not just some random skate that they put onto a Nike Kill Shot. So these are the Jordan 7 Milo Olympics, created for the 2008 Olympics. One of the most coveted Jordan 7s because they're just really hard to find because they're super old. But yeah, there's one pair right here.
So one of the first things I picked up about the sneaker culture itself was just, you gotta go with your own style. You gotta find your own style. You know, it's like, don't be biting off someone else's style, because having your own identity is what makes the streetwear and sneaker culture like work. If everyone just looks the same, then it's not much of a culture, is it? It's more of like a, I don't know, disease. So which one among all my shoes kind of emulates my style the most? It's probably this pair, because this model is called a Jordan 3. Like Air Jordans, there's a lot of models. So right now it's all the way to like model number 35. But this is model number 3, which is my favorite silhouette. I love wearing this. It's like low top, super comfortable to wear. But this particular pair is a Korean exclusive, which is, I like K-pop. I really like K-pop. So this is like perfect mix of my two, you know, the two things I love the most.
Those Vans are my size. Impossible to find. Really hard to find in my size. I had to go to Hawaii to get those. This right here, this Bonified Babe Star Friends and Family, only 46 pairs in the world. The thing about the leather is it's untreated, so if it gets stained, the stain is permanent on the shoe, so that's raindrops. I can't remove it, it's permanent on the shoe.
Generally, there's always that, you know, top of the food chain guys lah. You know, they already been collecting for years, and they have like a lot of shoes. So of course they are top of the food chain, and then of course the other extreme is guys who like have no idea one, but they're just starting to. It's just to pique their curiosity. Then they come in, and then they are like overwhelmed, like oh my god. And then you have a bit like in the middle, they just starting out, and you know, like they already have a bunch of shoes at home, but they're just there to like maybe meet someone famous or buy shoes. This event, right, Sneakerla, it is at a point of like the world is doing this, but Malaysia is not really doing it yet. And we just wanted, the idea was to just promote the culture to a broader audience. And what better way to promote it by really actually coming, you know, like that whole feeling of going to an event that everywhere is just sneakers. So when we started it, I think it really ignited something. I wouldn't say we are the core reason why sneaker culture exploded or whatever, but it was during that right time where people, like the internet is getting bigger, social media is getting more widely used. You know, there is a lot of people who get information via social media websites about sneakers, and then boom, there's an event that I can go to. So it sort of enables the curiosity from the scene. And I think that's one of the reasons why we were successful, is because it's the right place, right time kind of thing. So for us to get this collaboration is actually a huge deal. the brand believes that we have the scene behind us, and therefore they have like, you know, like, hey, go crazy, you know, just do what you want. And to be given that opportunity is a great honor as well. But coming back to your question in terms of how does it elevate the scene, the whole concept here is putting Malaysia on the map through sneakers. Like for example, this pair of shoe is the story of KLCC, right? We have our Twin Towers. It's still the highest Twin Towers in the world. Generally well known throughout the world as the Petronas Twin Towers, right? But we are telling this story through a shoe, and every sneakerhead that buys this shoe or finds out about this shoe will then maybe pick their interest to go and Google about KLCC. You get what I'm saying? Like, we are like trying to bring Malaysian culture to the world. When we tell a story, we tell it quite literally, and we try to sort of tell a particular culture in Malaysia through a product. So I think that's why people kind of jump on board, because they can see the references, they can see the details, like, oh, okay, that's so cool. And I think it's very unfair to sort of like tell a young guy who's just starting out and he's a student, doesn't have the money to keep buying shoes, to like, oh, you're not a sneakerhead unless you have like 20-30 pairs of shoes. Over the years, that definition for me has changed a bit. I think if you are very interested, you have a lot of passion in terms of finding out the knowledge and all this kind of stuff, yes, I think that defines you as a sneakerhead, not so much about how many pairs of shoes you have.